Track 40. Recording 1.
Whatever you do, don't miss our summer sale. This weekend, and this weekend only, we're reducing all our prices right across our store. So, on our first floor, you'll find women's jeans at just $20 a pair. And just in time for the holiday season, our t-shirts and swimwear are on special offer too. And if you're looking for shoes, you'll want to visit the fourth floor. You'll find a good selection of styles and colors in our footwear department, situated right next to the coffee shop. This weekend, they're all half price, and that includes a wide choice of sports shoes in most sizes. So hurry before they're all gone. Sale ends Sunday. Miss our sale? Miss out.
Recording 2.
So, Jess, what do you think of my hat?
It's very nice. I like the colour, and it'll definitely keep the sun off your face. Actually, I didn't notice the clothing stools.
I know you didn't. That's because you spent most of your time there looking at all the jewellery. And relaxing in all that fresh air, of course.
That's true. But actually, I managed to find a really nice necklace, and you'll never guess how cheap it was. Do you want to have a look?
Recording 3.
So, what did you think of it? It only opened a few weeks ago, didn't it?
Yes, that's right. So that's why it was very busy. In fact, it was a bit like being at a football match. There were so many people. But I really liked it. It's very convenient because there were at least 50 different shops all under one roof. And there's a car park too. I'd really like to go back.
Then how about going along there together next weekend? I'd really like to see it for myself. I also need to buy a birthday present for my mum. You could help me choose something for her. And we can go for a coffee afterwards. I'll pay.
Track 41. Recording 1.
And now for the local news. A new branch of Sports World, the Danish sporting goods company, is opening on Saturday. Most of you will be familiar with the branch in the south of Grinstead that opened 2 years ago and which has enjoyed a lot of success. There was talk of them opening a new store in the Meadows shopping centre in the north of the town, but they have finally decided to open in the east, near the football stadium. As a special treat for fans, Grinstead Town's Danish striker Jesper Nielsen will be opening the store ahead of their home match at the weekend.
Recording 2.
That's the end of our tour of the city. So you now have a couple of hours to spend exploring the city centre. If you want to buy souvenirs, you might find them cheaper near the hotel. However, if you're feeling a bit tired, there are plenty of tea shops nearby, and they also sell boxes of tea that make really good presents. A word of warning. You'll find a lot of cheap electronics stores offering cameras at really low prices. They might seem good quality, but we've had a lot of complaints from tourists who have bought them only to find they break after about a week.
Recording 3.
Thank you for calling the Eastgate Shopping Centre. The centre is currently closed. Our opening days and times are as follows. Monday to Saturday we are open from 9 o'clock until 6 o'clock, and on Sunday our doors open at 11 o'clock and we close at 5 o'clock.
Recording 4.
When I first opened the shop 3 years ago, we mainly sold shirts and jackets that I had designed, and these proved very popular. However, we added more products as the business started to grow. We also started selling online. The jackets and shirts are still really popular, especially online, but in the shop itself we sell trousers more than any other item.
Track 42.
We also sell a lot of t-shirts. When I first opened the shop, I had a lot of designs that I'd worked on at university, and in general these had writing on the front. I thought that it might be fun if people could put a photograph on the t-shirts as well. I invested quite a bit of money in this, and they were popular at first. We sometimes have young children who come in with their parents and they buy T-shirts with photographs on. I've stopped designing T-shirts with writing on them because I don't have the time, so now we sell more T-shirts with nothing on them at all. If fashions change, I might go back to designing them, and if you want a photograph on your T-shirt, you know where to come.
Track 43.
Calling all fans of Sam West. This famous adventure writer will be in Westfield Shopping Centre tomorrow in Bookworm's bookshop on the first floor. He will be signing copies of his latest book, Timed Out. He's expected to get there at 2:15 and will stay until 3:30. Get there as soon as you can because queues will start to form as early as noon. Don't miss this great opportunity to meet everyone's favourite writer.
Track 44.
I had a great day in that new shopping centre, but I would complain about one thing, and not the usual kind of thing. The service in all the shops was good, and I had a delicious lunch in the cafe on the 3rd floor. No, the annoying thing was the amount of rubbish I saw around me. I think it was because there weren't enough rubbish bins for people to put their empty cans and sweet wrappers in. But apart from that, I would say that it's well worth a visit.
Track 45. You will hear a tour guide talking to some tourists. Listen and answer questions 1 to 6.
Hello, everyone. So, can you all hear me and see me? Okay. My name's David Edwards, and I'm your tour leader for your shopping tour today. Now, as you can see, we're parked just in front of the main theater. If any of you would like tickets for tonight's performance, we can arrange that for you. We're just round the corner from the railway station. If you want to come on our historic buildings tour tomorrow, the coach will leave from just outside the station. And if you want to go for a drink at the end of our tour today, there are plenty of cafes just behind the station. We're still waiting for a few people, but while we wait, I can tell you a little about the theater. Although the building is very modern, in fact, a theater has existed on this site for over 200 years. The original theater used to be very popular because of the musicals it put on. However, it had to be rebuilt after a fire. Some people love the striking modern design, others hate it. These days, its popularity is mainly due to the fact that it attracts a lot of well-known performers. Now, in a few minutes' time, at 9:30, we'll be starting our tour. First, we're going to make our way down to Marketplace, which is one of the most famous squares in the city. That should take us about 10 minutes. There's not too much traffic on the roads, so we should get there at 9:45 at the latest. Marketplace was the city's old food market. People used to come in from the countryside to sell their fresh fruit and vegetables. Remember that these were the days before supermarkets. You won't find any food here now, though. It's now a craft market, and I think you'll find lots to interest you, especially if you want to take presents home. You'll see all kinds of things like hand-painted local pottery and leather goods. Personally, I suggest that you visit the jewelry stalls. You really won't find anything like it anywhere else. But if you're looking for clothes, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Wait for this afternoon's visit. We'll stop at Marketplace for an hour and a half and then continue the tour with a visit to the Regional Food Center. Here you can find over 50 types of local cheeses. There is also fresh fruit juice on sale. Orange juice, peach juice, pomegranate juice, produced in the villages of the region. And local jam, too. You're welcome to buy things to take home with you, but the real reason for our visit is lunch. The idea is that you buy food and drink from the stalls and take it to eat in the lovely open-air dining area. And finally, in the afternoon, we will be visiting the fashion fair in the exhibition center on the outskirts of the city. This is a huge venue, so try not to get lost. There is a whole hall devoted just to footwear. Every kind of shoes and boots you can imagine. You can easily find it because it has a green roof. Just don't go through the blue doors at the entrance of the center. You have to pay for that part of the exhibition. And if all that shopping has exhausted you, there's a cafe where you can rest your weary feet. That's in the building with a red sign. But don't worry, I'll remind you all about that later. Right, everyone's here now, so if you've all got your shopping bags, let's go.